All right, it's time to go over my top 10 tight end rankings for week 9. We're going to jump right into this video. Coming in at number 10, I'm going Hunter Henry, and I'm going to do a caveat here. I think Hunter Henry is a top 10 tight end this week if Drake May plays. He is currently in concussion protocol, so you're going to have to make sure you check the injury list. But if Jacoby Brissett is the quarterback, I don't quite like Hunter Henry as much. He would be outside of my top 10. But as of right now, I'm number 10 that Drake May clears concussion protocol. He's playing, and that way Hunter Henry, a heavily targeted guy from Drake May, is in my top 10, right? Coming in here at number 10, though, it's a guy that currently this week could be taking on a Titans defense that ranks 6th against opposing tight ends. You know, if May doesn't play, you know, like I said, you know, I just don't like him as much. So just keep that in the back of your head as of right now. But he's uber targeted by Drake May, right? And I tell you guys all the time, with a rookie quarterback, they like a safety blanket. Normally the safety blanket is the tight end position. So that means Hunter Henry, he's probably the best receiver or receiving option on this entire offense, and he's showing it, right? He's starting to put up some solid numbers here in the last couple weeks as Drake May took over as the starting quarterback. So I like myself some Hunter Henry at number 10. Moving right along here at number 9, we're going Jake Ferguson, right? The tight end for the Cowboys. He's a big part of this offense. When they're winning and they're doing good, Jake Ferguson is a big reason why. He's hyper targeted. Other than CeeDee Lamb, there's no other target that's worth, you know, even mentioning on this entire offense, even at the running back position. So you have to start talking about Jake Ferguson and what he could do for your offense. This week, they're taking on a Falcons defense that ranks 22nd against opposing tight ends. Cowboys need to poke their chest out this week against a Falcons team that can put up some points. There's a lot of weapons on that side of the offense too, ran by Kirk Cousins. So this week, Dak Prescott needs to put his big girl panties on and say, look, this is what's going to happen. We're going to go down there and we're going to shove the football down their throats each and every play. CeeDee Lamb's going to be a big reason of that, and so is Jake Ferguson. So I had to put Jake Ferguson here in my top 10. Overall, the tight end position's not very keen anyway, so it's not hard to make it to the top 10. But I think Jake Ferguson's value alone and the volume that he's going to receive will put him into the top 10. He's easily at number 9 for me. Move right along here at number 8. I'm going TJ Hawkinson for the first time this season. He should be back from IR, should be playing, should be active, and I like his chances over here with Sam Darnold already doing really well with Justin Jefferson. I think you add TJ Hawkinson to the mix, could be really well. Right now, they're taking on a Colts defense ranked 27th against opposing tight ends. Like I said, he should be active this week. Ain't going against a Colts team, right, that should have now Joe Flacco at quarterback now that they benched Anthony Richardson. I think TJ Hawkinson's going to have a lot of opportunities to shine for this offense. A lot of people are going to be honed in on Justin Jefferson. They might forget about TJ Hawkinson, who was just activated off of IR. He's uber talented himself. Could have a really big matchup here and a big week for you fantasy football wise in week 9. So let's move the train right on along here. Going to number 7, we're going Kyle Pitts, right? This is a tight end that you really see starting to come into his own finally. How long did it take? But we got to remember, he's still a very young tight end. It might just took him a while to develop into the NFL, and now finally having a good quarterback. This week, they're taking on a Cowboys defense that ranks 21st against opposing tight ends. Finally chaining together some good games, even multiple touchdown games, right? We all knew Kyle Pitts had the talent to be good. He just never put it all together. That's a problem, right? But as of right now, he's looking really good. He could easily creep into my top 5 tight ends. If he can consistently puts out these type of numbers, he'll be golden for fantasy football. So move right along here. In week 9, we're going at number 6. It's Cade Otton, right? This is the tight end. I don't know if I've ever even suggested this guy much this year at all for you guys. The thing with him is he's not producing solid numbers week in and week out, but he's playing so many snaps. The number 1 person, the best tight end, leads all tight ends in snaps so far in the entire 2024 season, right? But this week, they're taking on a Chiefs defense ranked 31st against opposing tight ends, has more snaps than any tight end in football right now, like I was telling you guys. And the thing is that you have to have opportunities in fantasy football, in the tight end position especially, right? So there's not a lot of studs, quote unquote studs, right, at the tight end position. So you have to find opportunities. Opportunities come when tight ends are able to be on the field and have a lot of snaps, and Cade Otton is doing that, right? And for a team that's hurting at the wide receiver position, Godwin's gone for the season. You got an injured Mike Evans, and we saw last week, Cade Otton was almost featured, and he had a blow-up game. So K-Dotton can do some good things as long as he's able to be targeted by Baker Mayfield. He's getting the playing time. He just needs to be targeted. He could be almost like a league winner at this point, because a lot of people kind of wrote off K-Dotton, me as well. So move right along here. At number 5, we're going David Njoku, right? Ever since we saw, I told you guys, we're just waiting for Deshaun Watson to exit the game. As soon as now that he's gone, now we got Jameis Winston at quarterback. He said, look, Jameis, if you're looking for a safety blanket, you don't know who to throw it to, just look my way, throw me the football, I'm your guy. And we see that. We saw 2 weeks in a row now, David Njoku, he's catching, he's diving, he's doing all kinds of little things, bang, 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 rocking and rolling, right? I thought that was some good action right there. But David Njoku, right? He's the guy that you want to look at for fantasy football, easily top 5 for me. This week, they're taking on a Chargers defense that ranks 20th against opposing tight ends. No more Watson equals fantasy gold. I told you guys this, right? It's going to be him, Cedric Tillman, and Jameis Winston. Now, Jameis Winston is good enough. He got everybody involved. Even Jerry Jeudy. He got a lot of these guys involved last week, but I'm telling you guys, if you're looking for a stud tight end, David Njoku has to be on top of your list. He's super, super talented. The only thing that was holding him back was Deshaun Watson. Now that he's out of the game, it should be a lot of David Njoku on your football teams. But move right along here. At number 4, we're going Travis Kelce again. He started out really hot last week, right? Travis Kelce really getting to the flow now. Now they got DeAndre Hopkins. Might get a little help on the wide receiver position, but I think Travis Kelce overall, we're starting to gear up towards playoff route, right? So now you're going to see Travis Kelce really start to ramp up his production, right? This week, they're taking on a Bucs defense, ranks 29th against opposing tight ends. I do predict a blowout of the Bucs here. Now, the biggest reason why they have a blowout of the Bucs could be because of Travis Kelce. And we're hoping so, because I'm hoping by the 4th quarter, a lot of the Chiefs, they may be benching their starters. I think it's going to be that much of a blowout this week. So you're going to hope that within the first 3 quarters, you get a lot of production for Travis Kelce, because you may not have much garbage time at all in the 4th quarter. That's why I have him here at number 4. And at number 3, we're talking about Evan Ingram, right? So the whole reason why I got Evan Ingram above Travis Kelce, because like Ingram is going to have to, he's going to have to produce, right? Everybody's getting hurt on this roster, and it's going to be a lot of Evan Ingram getting targeted, right? So we already know Travis Etienne is out, and a plethora of other options. But this week, they're taking on the Eagles defense that does rank 2nd against opposing tight ends. There's no Christian Kirk, right? He's gone for the season. And you got Brian Thomas Jr. that's banged up, right? So there's not a lot of receiving options out there. You got Gabe Davis out there, and you got Evan Ingram. And Evan Ingram's already a trusted option of Trevor Lawrence. So a lot of people are looking at me probably saying, wait, you got Evan Ingram above Travis Kelce? What's going on here? I think just volume alone is going to make him a better option this specific week over Travis Kelce. I think with the blowout of Travis Kelce, if he doesn't get a monster couple touchdowns early on, he may have just a mediocre week. I think Evan Ingram, they're going to need him to pass all game long and receive these passes from Trevor Lawrence, and that could provide plenty of fantasy points for you. I'll let myself from Evan Ingram, top 3 tight end in week 9 for me. Coming here at number 2, we're talking about Trey McBride, right? This is a tight end. I tell you guys all the time, because of Marvin Harrison Jr. not becoming the stud right off the gate like we thought he was going to be, that means Kyler Murray has to lean on I would say the veteran, but he's only been in the league a couple years. But in Trey McBride, somebody he can trust to catch the football, that's why he's doing so well. This week, taking on a Bears defense that ranks 11th against opposing tight ends. He's always extremely involved into this offense. And again, a big reason of that is because Marvin Harrison Jr. isn't developed into this stud that we thought he was going to be right now. He's going to take some time to develop, and he'll get there. He's very talented. But as of right now, it's Trey McBride's team, and Kyler Murray's putting a lot of trust into him. Should be a negative game script here, which means a lot of passing, a lot of Kyler Murray having to get the ball down the field. And I think that Trey McBride's going to be a big reason of why they even try to remotely keep this game competitive. That means moving right along to number 1. We're going Brock Bowers. This is a tight end that I really like. I mean, he is so heavily targeted, right? Bye-bye Devontae Adams. You just got Jacoby Myers out there, and a lot of passing plays, because they're in a negative game script. They're cock-a-doodle. It's the Raiders, and a lot of that opportunity is going to Brock Bowers this week, taking on a Bengals defense that ranks 26th against opposing tight ends. You know, yet again, he was the focal point of this offense. They're not throwing the football to anyone else, right? It's all Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers this, Brock Bowers that, and he's able to catch these footballs and giving you some nice fantasy football output. And for a rookie tight end, that's pretty good. Now, he was highly coveted out of the University of Georgia. He was drafted really high in the NFL draft. We knew he was going to be utilized, but we didn't know it was going to be this much. He is a solid number 1 tight end for me here in week 9. Guys, make sure you guys hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're rocking out videos each and every week to help you set the best lineup possible. That way you can ultimately win a championship. Guys, leave a comment down below. Is there anybody in the top 10 tight ends that I left out that you think should be in the top tight end? Please leave it down below so we can have a conversation back and forth. But I can't wait to see you guys on the next video. We'll see you guys next time.